Beyond acceptance and rejection, there's the third outcome you should be prepared for, getting placed on a college waitlist. Although not the ideal outcome, it doesn't mean your application is out of the running yet. In this video, we'll give you an overview of college waitlists and give you some actionable tips to get off the waitlist and into the incoming class. Nadine here with Quad Education, helping students get into their dream college. A few pieces of information about college waitlists. When you're waiting for an admissions decision for your regular decision application, you can be accepted, rejected, or waitlisted. College waitlists are similar to deferrals. The difference is you can only be deferred when you apply through early decision, whereas waitlists are for regular decision applications. What's important to remember is that if you've been waitlisted, you still have a competitive application. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been placed on the waitlist at all. Students are able to get off the waitlist as accepted students reject their admissions offers. So why are waitlists a tool that colleges use in the first place? Well, colleges have a limited number of seats to fill each year, and there's no way for them to determine how many regular decision applicants will accept their admissions offer. Because of this, there are always gaps in the amount of seats available and the amount of students to fill those seats. Colleges use waitlists to fill in these gaps. If you've been waitlisted, you may be wondering, what's next? Follow these steps. Number 1, accept your spot. You may need to respond to accept your place on the waitlist, so if the school is still your first choice, accept. However, if you've changed your mind and have no intention of attending, it's best to reject the offer. Number 2, demonstrate continued interest. A great way to do this is by sending a letter of continued interest. Make sure to first read your waitlist offer and check the school's website to ensure that these types of communications will be allowed. Also, make sure that you don't have to submit any additional documents, such as recommendation letters. So what's a letter of continued interest? Well, it's a letter designed to show your continued interest and to provide an update to your application materials since applying. This could be an award that you won, updated test scores, a new project you've begun working on, and so on. When it comes to structuring your letter, you want to start out with a greeting, if possible to the individual who sent your waitlist letter, and you want to thank them for their time and consideration. Next, you'll want to launch into demonstrating your continued interest. Explain why you love the school and how your acceptance would contribute to the campus and to your goals. And then you want to provide relevant updates about your candidacy. Finally, you'll finish off the letter by thanking them again and then concluding your email or your letter. Step 3 is to put a deposit down on another school. While it's great to be hopeful, it's not helpful to put all your eggs in one basket. Getting off the waitlist is still a gamble, even with all the efforts you'll put in. 98 ranked universities in the US admitted approximately 39% of waitlisted students. So putting a deposit down at your second favorite school is in your best interest. Number 4, you want to stay positive. Being waitlisted is still a huge accomplishment, and while you may be able to determine how many other students were waitlisted, you likely won't know your place on the waitlist. So don't get bogged down by trying to analyze your chances of success based on hypothetical stats. Instead, focus on what you can control, like excelling in your classes and keeping up with your extracurriculars. And number 5, finally, the last step is to be patient. You will, of course, have to spend time waiting for an admissions decision, so make sure you regularly check your emails for any correspondence. If you're accepted, respond to the school as soon as possible. If you put a deposit down at another school, you'll also need to notify the other school that you won't be attending. And remember, if you aren't accepted, you can always consider applying as a transfer student at a later date. Well, thanks for tuning into this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for all the latest and greatest on the college application process. Cheers to your success.